was looking at these readings, the reading is about the first reading is about the Passover meal and how the people were to eat it. And this is the Passover, and we are to eat this because we are in flight. We are moving from being slaves to being free, from a situation of death to a situation where they are free and enjoy the life that God is making for them. So is maybe a key to look at the gospel today. Jesus and his disciples are passing through a field of grain, and the disciples are rubbing the heads and eating. And there are spies who are trying to catch them doing something wrong. And they come to him and say, don't your disciples know that this is not permitted? These little spies who watch everything to try to catch them. But they may catch this, what his disciples are doing, but miss what it is that they are, who they are with, and what the whole thing of discipleship is about. They are with the one who gives law. And Jesus declares them to be innocent because they are standing there with Jesus, who is the lawgiver. Sometimes there can be a cold-hearted orthodoxy that enters into religious practice, that forgives nothing, sees every fault, every, imperfection that there is, but fails to recognize the kind of the bedrock upon which this is built. I think that we have to be very careful to, first of all, recognize what the law is. It is to keep us on the path. We are people on a journey to the kingdom. How it is that, as we are blessed by receiving Jesus in the sacraments, hearing his word, it is so that we can recognize his presences. Certainly we need these laws and these guides for us, but it is so that we can recognize and follow the presence of Jesus, who has been raised from the dead and is present among us in so many different ways. As many of you know, I was a missionary in Brazil, and I can remember when I was in Sao Paulo, we had a little school for children, and every once in a while they would have meat, and the children would not eat it because they didn't recognize it. They never had it at home. All they had were rice and beans. And so one Lent, the cardinal of Sao Paulo said, if you have an opportunity, if you are poor and somebody offers you meat on Friday in Lent, he says, please eat it. Please nourish yourself. Please find whatever protein you can to sustain yourself, because the price of fish was prohibitive. And people thought, you have to avoid meat, you have to take fish. And the cardinal, I thought, had such great compassion on people who day after day after day were hungry. To me, that is the fulfillment of what the law is all about. To know what the law is and to follow it, but not to the fault of recognizing the most important thing. Those who were spying on Jesus and the disciples were, certainly they knew the law, but it was a type of cold-hearted orthodoxy that divides and brings down, where Jesus is bringing that which builds up and makes whole. Through our participation in this Eucharist, may we follow the Lord of life, who is on this journey with us each and every day.